So this video is about which specialties are going to dominate in 2045, that is 20 years from this point of time. So you will be shocked and surprised to know that none of the specialties which are existing today would be actually dominating at that point of time. Total new set of specialties are going to come, which I am going to tell you in this particular video. So this video is a continuation to one of my videos, which is crossed I think around 1.5 lakh views, and that is about who is the highest paid in 2035, where I spoke about the rising demographics of older population and the specialties which are related to that, like geriatric medicine and all the oncology, knee replacements and spine surgery. Whoever is serving the old people would dominate the sector in 2035. But in 2045, the things are drastically going to change. Okay, there are certain reasons for that, because science is going to advance and AI is going to take over, and so many things are going to happen. So at this point of time, the specialities which are booming now might not be existing. Okay, there will be a different set. So without wasting time, I would like to start with the first specialty, which I feel will dominate the sector. So that is called as the anti-aging specialty. Anti-aging specialty, that means the longevity of the lifespan would be increased by these specialists. So by 2045, over 2 billion people over the world would be 60 plus. Okay, that becomes a very, very, very big problem, and people would become greedy and they want to live till 90, 100, 110 years at that point of time, because since there is a medicine like that, they would go to such doctor. And and it is already happening now. There is a millionaire called as Brian Johnson, who is actually a tech entrepreneur, and he is working on this anti-aging research. He's working on gene therapy. He's working on AI-driven biomarker tracking, personalized drug interventions. Some people tell he's even taking blood of his kids. And then he has a project called as it's called as Blueprint, and it involves doctors and AI systems, and they are analyzing his biological age, and they are predicting age-related risk, problems that he might get in future. So all those things are there. So it's already happening in the world, but in 20 years down the line, that this becomes a full-time specialty, and doctors who are trained in MD and DM would be there in this particular specialty. So if you ask me then, Dheeraj, why are you talking about this? Is there any MD or DNB? There is no MD and DNB, but there is fellowship and certification in these specialties. If you maybe start doing now as part-time, then maybe in future you will be one of the initial guys who entered this longevity medicine. Okay, American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, A4M it is called. They offer a board certification in anti-aging and regenerative medicine. Harvard Medical School has HMX Genetics and Precision Medicine wing, where they give fellowships in anti-aging medicine. Stanford University has Longevity Science Initiative, where they focus on, they don't give a fellowship, but they have a separate wing there where they do this work. You can maybe start working in that hospital. So like that, in University of South California and Buck Institute of Research on Aging in USA also provides research fellowships in longevity. So these are the areas where you can actually develop your skills in this field, and you can become a full-time longevity doctor in future. So this is my recommendation. And so in future, if some specialists really want to enter, I think geriatric medicine doctors can actually venture into this longevity medicine. Endocrinologists, internal medicine guys, even plastic and reconstructive people also can enter. They can work on tissue regeneration and aesthetics, because you have to take care of skin and all, right, to look young. So even they can enter this. And then immunologists also can enter, because immune system would be crashing right in old age. You have to rejuvenate the immune system. So those specialists, neurology people also can enter longevity medicine, because cognitive longevity is the most important. It's not about the body, muscle and skin, it's brain. So neurology should enter, and then they should focus on cognitive longevity, and it's about brain aging. That will become a separate science actually. So, and because even if you live longer, if your brain is not working, it's of no use, right? So I think this is one very important area which you can do. So I will develop a small business model for you. If you are a general medicine guy or some other specialist or any doctor per se, what you can do is, maybe you can do a distant course with these universities, or go for a small observership there, learn and come back, start reading, start doing research in that area, and approach some kind of hospitals or research institutes, develop that wing now. And then what happens is, you will be one of the initial guys who are working in this particular field. And 10 years down the line, all the rich people, all the people who are worried about their, expanding their lifespan would come to you, because your name would pop out when they search about this longevity in India, since you are the only person who built a department about longevity in India. So that is one very good area I feel will flourish in 2045. Okay. And second thing which would flourish is space medicine. I will tell you why. Because in 2045, commercial space industry is going to expand dramatically, because it is worth trillions of dollars, and all the big guys you see now, from Elon Musk to, I think the Steve Jobs, and then, all these big guys are actually trying to enter into the space industry. The reason being, the space in the space there is a lot of potential when you launch satellites, and when occupy the internet industry, and also they say some rare gems and other elements are available on the moon. Some people are going there and getting those things. So it will become a very big business industry in future. So then what happens is there are certain challenges in space, like microgravity related health issues. There can be bone and muscle loss. Bone muscle density would be different. Cardiovascular changes would happen. So cardiology expertise is required. Coming to radiation exposure, there is a lot of radiation exposure outside that atmosphere. It is called as cosmic radiation. That can increase the risk of cancer. That can increase the risk of neurological damage, and also immune system can get affected. So we need specialists who can understand these concepts. So there are sometimes you might have to end up doing surgeries and emergency medicine in space. So you need surgeons, anesthetists, and emergency physicians trained in space medicine, and you can actually work there. So if you ask me what are the careers which can get into space medicine, aerospace medicine 100%, and if you're trained in NASA or Indian SpaceX, Blue Origin, and on that, you can become a space medicine expert. And I feel trauma surgeons, emergency physician, anesthetists, and all this other people also should show interest in this by working in these centers and get trained in these areas, and it will have a very good future according to me, because permanent space inhabitation also might happen. That is one of the dreams of Elon Musk, and you know about him. He is going to make that happen, and you can get a fully paid highly paid job when you actually do these space missions, interplanetary, and all those things might happen in future. God only knows. So this is another very good area which might pop out in 2045. So next thing is next very important thing is biodefense. I'll tell you what. So biodefense is nothing but there will be an element of bioattack in future. Okay, biological warfare it is called as. Okay, like you will see a lot of pandemics going to outbreak in future, and with the help of AI and all that, they will manipulate the viruses and do all those things. So we need experts who can detect and prevent this. So these guys are called as experts in biodefense. I think doctors also will get involved here, and then you will not develop bioweapons, but you will understand how to detect a bioweapon and how to actually identify a superbug. And you can also work in antibiotic research in preventing the superbugs. So all those things would become a very big career path in future. So who should enter this? So DM infectious diseases, microbiologist, clinical microbiologist, it's a very good field. MD my virology and immunology people also should enter this. And any person can actually master in biodefense. So there is no specific area in that. So in future this is another very good area. So governments, military agencies, and private research firms and biosecurity innovative firms would actually hire people with very high salary if you are actually trained in biodefense sector. Okay, so because there is a lot of infectious disease funding would happen in future by all the parts of the world. Because now if you see the bacteria in ICU, now the thing is every antibiotic is resistant, meropenem resistance, colistin resistance, TG cycline resistance, everything is damn resistant. So in future what will happen is you will get resistance to all possible areas, and then you will need experts to actually invent antibiotics, and if you are in that area it will be $1 billion industry. So this is about different areas which would come up in 2045, and I feel these are the areas if you enter in the beginning you will have a very 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 highly paid job and secured job in future. Okay, coming to AI, I don't want to bore you guys with AI because so many people spoke about AI and all that, but what I feel is AI agents would become a very, very integral part of medical care in future. So what will happen is there would be an AI agent attached to every doctor, like 4 or 5 AI agents would be there. Okay, so one AI agent would be helping in PSC, one AI agent would be helping in checking investigations, one AI agent would be there which will actually do all the workup which is required before surgery, post-operative pain management, and all those kind of things also would come. So this wouldn't be a career for doctors, but still you need to learn about AI agents and then all these things. So that's about the video, and I think this is a very important video. What I recommend is you can learn these things as a part time, since nobody is actually interested in these areas. If you have some kind of interest in these areas, if you start reading about it in the evening time, about half an hour, 1 hour in a day, in 3 to 6 months time you will become an expert in that. Then with your knowledge, what you can do is you can approach the scientific organizations like Indian Institute of Research in Bangalore, and then ICMR in India, or you can apply to American universities or UK, and then tell them what you really want to do, and then people might fund your projects and research, and then you can venture full time into this. Guys, if you really want to get mentored by me, I know many people applied for mentorship. One by one I'm dealing. Okay, so because my schedule is very tight, right? So what I'm doing is 2 people in a week I'm trying to clear. So many people applied. If you really want to apply, you apply a little faster, because your turn might come after a few months. But why I'm taking time is I am actually making a strategy for people. So based on their interests, based on their goals, I'm trying to make a strategy which is very doable. A little bit of hard work is required, obviously, and if you put in hard work, which I would tell what kind of hard work you have to put, and then very much achievable goals, achievable strategy is what I'm preparing for people, and I will do follow up for a year. And when you grow, I feel happy. So that is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so the link for that mentorship program is there in the description, and that's all I can tell for today. And see you in the upcoming videos. A lot of interesting videos are going to come, and a lot of podcasts are also in the loop. So better join the channel along with subscription. Thank you very much.